You're starting to see it. They're starting to see it. Everybody's starting to see the energy of crypto is changing. It's so bullish, it's unbelievable. There's so much activity around crypto also that's adding to that bullish energy. It's all moving together, right? So what's the trajectory of this? Everything's heading upward. We're heading into some sort of boom, some sort of golden age. Listen to this, right? So this article was titled January 15th, Tokenization and Digital Assets News. This is in one day. And of course, they can't keep up with everything that's going on. But I'm going to show you some things here because with this article, it runs right into the next article. And they're showing that the minds of the people are accepting that crypto is about to get the green light. Crypto is about to go off in a way they never expected. But they're learning about it now, right? They're seeing it. So the first section they have is titled Deals. Hamilton Lane and Republic Partner bring tokenized private funds to retail. That's forward momentum. Things are picking up. DFNS, I'm moving to the next one. DFNS raises $16 million funding for crypto wallet infrastructure. I wonder why. What do they know that's coming? Everybody around the world that's in the know, especially big business people, know DLT is about to dominate. Those bank coins, those utility coins, those utility projects, even some I don't cover, are going to remain super bullish long into the future. So everyone's getting prepared. Next bullet point, state-owned Zhuhai Wafa Group issues RMB 1.4 billion. You think they would do that if they weren't super bullish on DLT? Everybody's getting prepped. They're getting prepared. There's only a few of us that know this. We're in super early. But wait, just my humble opinion, not financial advice. So they invest 1.4 million 4 billion RMB. Digital bond with HSBC. That's a familiar acronym, right? HSBC. Tokenization firm Bricken raises 2.5 million seed round. Look at all this activity going on. This is just some of it. Next bullet point, Deribit, the popular cryptocurrency options exchange headquartered in Dubai, has received acquisition offers at a figure of up to around $5 billion. This is coming from Bloomberg, okay? The energy is building and building and building and building. Well, why, right? All of this infrastructure getting ready to be deployed. Why, right? Getting put in place. All these major players moving around trying to get ready for tokenization. RWA, they're trying to get ready to implement smart contracts, AI, all this different stuff. Why? Right. There's something coming. See, you see it. You see it. I know you see it. So now let's go here. Policy and regulation. Of course, there's a lot of that going on. All this different these policies, beneficial policies to crypto now being made. All this switching around and swapping of the regulators, right? We're swapping out the bad. We're moving into the good. Woo! You see what we've done under all this pressure, all this negativity. Imagine what's going to happen under the positivity. Boom. But wait, and I remember this name here, Tom Emmer, it says, was appointed vice chair of the House Subcommittee on Digital Assets, Finance, Financial Technology, and Artificial Intelligence. And then it says here, another bullet point, Korean regulator FSC postpones decision on corporate account at cryptocurrency exchanges. It says the issue needs a more thorough review. It doesn't even matter. Things are happening. They're not getting delayed anymore. Notice how they're happening at a lightning pace. Boom, boom, boom. One thing after another, right? Whereas obviously in years past, they will let things drag out. It would take forever to get things done. No, now they're all running. They're all rushing because they don't want to be left behind when the DLT boom, the crypto boom happens. They want to benefit from the mechanisms of it. They want to make a lot of money off of it also. It's all together, folks. All right. Another bullet point. Look at all this activity happening. Next bullet point. Atlanta Fed blogger says stablecoins could rival credit or debit cards. If that's not major, I don't know what is. Now you understand why these companies like Ripple getting into the whole stablecoin game early. I guess it is still early. I know USDC Tether been around for a long time. You got other stablecoins been around for a long time. It seems that way. But when you look at we're not looking at the microcosm. When you look at the macrocosm, we're still in super early. Although pros been telling you it's super early. I'm just saying. I'm just iterating what they've said. All right. So now CFTC reviews crypto.com sports derivatives contracts. Hopefully that goes positive. Deloitte wins contract for support services of up to $9.5 million from IRS Office of Digital Assets Initiative. North Korea was responsible for cryptocurrency. Wow. Why did they throw that in that thing? I'm not going to read that part. That's a little bit negative. We're just going to leave that out. We don't need that energy right now. We're going to keep that positive energy rolling. But why did they do that in there? But I guess it is crypto news, right? All right, we're going to move here. And like I said, that first article rolls right into this one. Watch this. The minds and the energies within the minds of the people towards crypto is changing. It's happening much more quickly than I anticipated, because for years, I've been talking about that negative conditioning that the mainstream media put into the people. All crypto bad. Not anymore. Now people are looking at it as crypto good, right? To keep it simple. So now, this article says XRP hits 7-year high as optimism outweighs SEC appeal concerns. Now, I know you're looking at that 7-year high and you're like, oh, that's good. That's great. I've always believed in XRP. You know that from the beginning. All right. All the bank coins I believe in. So, but that's not the part I'm concentrating on, although that's great, right? It shows you, boom, everything's going up. That's not what's important here to me. Optimism outweighs SEC appeal concerns. Let's boil that down to its essence. The positive, people are focusing on the positives more than the negatives. People are believing the positive outweighs the negatives. The pros outweigh the cons. And I've been talking about this. That's why this type of article for someone like me is very important, because I've been saying that there's so much good energy in crypto. There's so much positive energy in crypto. It outweighs the negatives. It outweighs the negative catalyst. The positive catalyst outweigh the negative catalyst. That's what I've been saying, right? I'm sorry. I was fighting to get back to that phrase. I was trying to get the accurate phrase I've been using. This confirms that. And that's something great to keep in the back of one's mind. Once again, not financial advice, but when you're trying to make money, you want to know that there is a positive energy that's going to push things forward when the time is right. And time is right, right? But let's read this little tidbit here. It says, XRP's rally to a 7-year high came amid the SEC's latest filing to appeal a court ruling in its partially unsuccessful case against Ripple Labs. And you know what? No one cares because, or they're not really concerned, because that regime that's pushing that is on their way out. There's a new regime coming in, so it doesn't matter what the old one does. We're waiting to see what the new one's going to do. And the new one could drop all of that stuff, could throw it out. Correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, correct me. But this is what the lawyers have been saying. I'm going to go with what the lawyers have been saying. Not only that, just logic dictates that. The new minds that they're trying to bring in allegedly are very different towards crypto, feel very differently towards crypto than the old minds like Gary Gensler, very negative outlook and energy towards crypto, obviously, right? So the people know that. So they're waiting, they're giving it a chance, they're giving it some time, they're feeling good, they're celebrating, as they should as of now. That's a researcher, what a lot of people are doing. They're taking a researcher's outlook. They're looking at what's actually happening, not what they were told, not what happened in the past, although that's important also. They're looking at what's building now, what's being put in place now, and how that's going to affect things. And it's going to have such a major impact that the people are like, not that worried. We see what's coming. We understand there's more partnerships that were made. There were. That's what they said. There's more partnerships that were made. We're getting bullish report after bullish report out of Ripple and other companies, especially Ripple. They believe the banks are going to use XRP and RLUSD, and the businesses are going to come. They talked one time a few months back about the small and medium sized businesses, which I told you that's super bullish. People are not thinking about the SMBs and SMEs. That's a lot of money. And here's the thing. That's not just a lot of money on the table. They literally need the technology. I mean, if they listen, folks, I couldn't be a part of these companies or running them. I couldn't, because I'm telling you, I'm going to win too much. That's how I feel. Humbly, that's how I feel, because they literally need the technology. Or if they don't, they're going to fall behind. And I know deals can be made, reasonable deals, where at first the companies benefit probably greater than the chain, but the chain is always going to benefit. It doesn't matter, because that capital is going to flood through. So I know, just with all the negotiating leverage that DLT companies have, they're cheaper, they're faster, they're better. They're at the forefront of everything. They're in the colleges. Remember that? That was key. They're in the colleges teaching the most brilliant minds that are going to come out of there, trying to bring them. Listen, that's definitely going to bring brilliant people into their companies, and it has. So they have a distinct advantage over these legacy system companies that have no relationship with the new college brilliant genius minds that are going to be coming out and, that have been coming out the last few years. That's a hell of an advantage. Who were they hiring for? Ripple. I'm going to take Ripple in particular right now. Who were they hiring for? Where were they hiring? Mostly. That tells you a story. They wouldn't be hiring in that place if things weren't about to pop off. Right? Right? You don't waste. I wouldn't waste my time. Let's say I have some business in New York, right? But it's not going well. Let's say I'm not operating in New York. Let me just put it that way. I'm not operating in New York. I wouldn't hire people in the office in New York if it's going badly. And if I'm not going to be conducting a mass amount of, I'm not expecting to conduct a mass amount of business there. So if I'm hiring in New York, we're about to make some moves. I'm just saying, I'm using New York as an example. That's not, they're hiring at a much bigger place than New York. You know what I mean? But it's bullish. All right, so let's go here. So let me see how much time we have. I'm sorry. Those two articles had me excited. They do. And I love this time period because listen, there's a lot of times there's no excitement in crypto, a lot of times. So that's why when I have some articles that actually get me excited, I don't know if they excite you or not. That's up to you. I appreciate them. Like I don't look past that at all. I appreciate every single moment that my adrenaline is flowing. I'm just keeping it real with you. All right. So now we'll cover this last little XRP article, although I have 3 more, but we'll do this last little article. Then we'll move on to some other news. Ripple's XRP price prediction for 2025, new all-time high incoming. Do you believe that XRP is going to reach a new all-time high in 2025? I definitely do. I know anything's possible in crypto. I don't have any power over XRP or Ripple or SBI or Volante, whoever's going to be using it. I don't have power over the people to make them, to push them to make XRP's price skyrocket. I don't have that. But in my humble opinion, because of everything that's going on, I do think it's possible for a few new all-time highs. Maybe two. I think XRP could really, if everybody plays the game right, I think XRP could explode in price. But it's not just XRP. XRP, Chainlink, Solana, Quant, Algorand, XLM. I think all these things are going to go up massively. I could be wrong. Like I said, I could be wrong. I am but a man. But right now, everything's looking really, really, really good. All right. And there's a lot of news I don't even cover. Look at that news. There's a lot of news I don't even cover that is adding a lot of bullish gasoline to the crypto fire. I hope 2025 is about to be as potent as it's looking. I really do. So, of course, it says here, let's see. The current regulatory landscape has been challenging for crypto. We just talked about that. Then they talk about Gary Gensler, leaving. There's a new regime coming in. I also said that. See, we're on top of the game. I'm telling you. I covered that before we got to the article. They're talking about this. So they're talking about a lot of different things that are going to be happening in crypto. Executive orders lifting and loosening crypto-focused regulations, eliminating the old crypto accounting rules, revoking certain AI executive orders. We'll see if that happens. AI needs to be unleashed also, but I believe it is. And there's a lot of advancements happening in AI. I told you that. Quantum computing also. Don't forget about that. Supporting crypto freedoms, there's going to be this major push, right? Especially as people make money. See, it's the people on the ground are making money, right? From bottom to top, there's going to be money being made, and everybody's already gotten a little taste of it, a little sample, but they've gotten enough taste of it to say, wait, there's something with this crypto stuff. These are people that didn't participate in the millions that were made 2021 and before that. These are newcomers, but they've gotten a taste of crypto, and they're like, ooh, I want some more. So from top to bottom, especially the people at the top, they're going to be making a big push behind the scenes, talking to their buddies that are politicians and regulators, talking to their buddies at companies and making that big push. Like, hey, let's make this crypto thing happen. There's some money to be made here. And they know they're still in early. They know everything's still early. So they know there's big bucks that can be made. So I expect that push to happen at some point this year. We shall see if that actually occurs. Let's continue on here. So that's part of what I think the supporting crypto freedoms bullet point is about here. Streamlining federal oversight. Of course, that's going to happen. You got a lot of new energy behind the scenes. Of course, I think that I think a lot of it was manufactured and fake. A lot of the crypto hate, obviously, I think that was a setup to slow things down. You should know my opinion by now. So now they're at the point where they're ready to benefit off of crypto and DLT. And I keep saying crypto, I should say DLT. They're ready to benefit off of DLT. So everybody's going to you're going to see everybody starting to flip flop now. Come over to our side and say crypto good. That's going to add to the push. So streamlining federal oversight, yes, that's going to be there. Regulatory clarity, of course, we're going to it's coming. We can see that a mile away. And the approval, of course, of an XRP ETF, I think is inevitable. Is XRP and Solana right there. They're both going to get these ETFs. Not sure when it's going to happen, but they're definitely next up. So then we have articles like this. Coinbase expands U.S. services with Bitcoin-backed loans up to $100,000. Now, see, I love that this is happening. I've been talking about this. This is one thing where the banks and a lot of other individuals, big money individuals, I believe, are going to really, really take advantage of crypto, and it's going to really pop crypto off, make it explode, rise in price, rise in value, because they want to participate in things like this. They want to lend, right? Through crypto. They want to delegate. They want staking. This is going to be absolutely insane. And Bitcoin is leading the way. So first bullet point here says this service allows users to access liquidity without selling their crypto assets. Next bullet point, the exchange has now integrated Morpho's lending capabilities into its app to enhance the loan processes for users. Listen, crypto is about to be big. I'm talking about major, way more than what you've ever seen before. Coinbase now allows, I can't wait till it's mainstream and everybody's just talking about it all the time. We haven't gotten to that point yet. Everybody's talking about it all the time. Value consistently going in and out of it. I can't wait until we're looking back on crypto. I think we're going to reach that day at some point soon, next year or two. We're going to look back at these prices right now, which are beautiful. Some of these prices are beautiful right now, in my humble opinion, compared to where we came from. Beautiful. I think we're going to look back on this and say, whoa, that was pretty low. That was cheap. Who could have known it would come here where we're at a much higher place? But it's my humble opinion. So Coinbase now allows U.S. customers to borrow up to $100,000 in USDC using Bitcoin as collateral. The exchange announced today, Thursday, this offering is in collaboration with Morpho, a lending protocol on Coinbase's Base network. This service offers an alternative to traditional credit-based loans by enabling crypto holders to tap into liquidity without parting ways with their assets. Quote, customers can instantly borrow USDC at competitive interest rates with flexible, open-ended repayment terms, unquote. The exchange explained. That is so bullish. Very, very bullish for Bitcoin. Come on, man. I like that. Come on, man. Who says that a lot? It says, by integrating Morpho's lending capabilities into its intuitive interface, Coinbase aims to remove technical hurdles that have historically deterred users, unlike conventional loans that rely on credit scores. Can you see how people are going to be running to this in the future? Not now. It's going to start slowly. But I anticipate, like I said, with a mainstream push, people are going to love stuff like this. So it's not going to rely on credit scores, right? It says crypto-backed loans require borrowers to pledge collateral more than the amount they intend to borrow. For example, borrowing $100,000 in USDC means pledging an equivalent or greater amount of Bitcoin, which for most people is no problem. So now let's go here. We'll see how that works out. I'm just excited about this stuff. So now, Bitcoin Strategic Reserve Bill introduced in Oklahoma. There's been a lot of things happening in the U.S., a lot of potentiality there. I just can't wait till everything's actualized as happening. You know what I mean? So, quote, this bill is about protecting the hard-earned money of Oklahoma citizens, unquote. Representative Cody Maynard said upon introducing the act. I remember there was a pretty solid fighter. I enjoy all the early UFC fighters. First of all, I was watching UFC since I think it was like 94, 95. I remember begging my father to order a pay-per-view at that time, he's like, what is this, Mick? What are you watching? My he's traditionalist. He likes to watch boxing and traditional martial arts, things like that. Like, he's the start of all martial arts for me. But anyway, there was a early UFC fighter named Gray Maynard, and I believe he was one of us. He was a wrestler, right? Primarily wrestler. My base is wrestling. Well, my base really is taekwondo and boxing because of my father, but he taught me that. But the first thing that I learned on my own when I stepped out there was wrestling. So I still, even though I started out with boxing and taekwondo, I still consider wrestling my base. That's how, when you're in wrestling, you got to understand, when you're in wrestling, you do scholastic wrestling in high school, you do freestyle wrestling or Greco-Roman, you're in college, etc. A lot of these people become like family. Wrestling community is like a family. I'm telling you, nothing beats it. They're like family for a lifetime. I'm just saying. Anyway, when I see Maynard, I think his name was Gray Maynard. Was it Gray Maynard? Anybody remember? Anyway, so let's move on here. A lot of bullish stuff happening for Bitcoin, and old Alphanim I'm having memories now. A new bill to establish Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset was introduced to the Oklahoma House of Representatives on January 15th by Representative Cody Maynard. House Bill 1203, known as the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve Act, would allow Oklahoma's pension funds and state savings accounts to allocate a portion of their assets to Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation. Times are changing, folks, aren't they? Man, we've come a long way, haven't we? We definitely have. So, we have time enough for one more article. Let's see. Oh, well, yeah, this is a good article right here to end off with. Ooh, fate has smiled upon us. Crypto analyst says Bitcoin parabolic trend in strong, quote unquote, strong health. That means it might keep on going. He's sounding a lot like old Alphanim. Says trend in, quote, strong health, unquote, unveils timeline for end of Bitcoin bull market. Let's see what the timeline is. Let's see, sir. You were talking real nice to us first. Now you're talking timelines. When is it going to end to you? Hopefully not soon. Analyst and trader Kevin Svensson. I like that last name. I don't know what it means, but Svensson, it just sounds like it's just a smooth name. Kevin Svensson believes Bitcoin will print new all-time highs in 2025 as a key trend remains intact. Let's scroll down here. Hold on one moment. My apologies, folks. My apologies. My computer sometimes give me a hard time. Quote, the Bitcoin parabolic trend on the weekly chart is in strong health. It's very healthy. Look at it. This weekly's going back to the green. It looks like a nice hammer candle is being printed. Wait. I'm going to get to the part where you talk about when is it going to end? When do you say it's going to end, sir? It says, quote, and in theory, Bitcoin is right now creating base 4 of the parabolic trend. This parabola is beautiful. And you see base 1, base 2, base 3. Now that's base 4. It's possible that we could dip a little lower. Doesn't really matter as long as we're getting an exponential higher low. Yeah. Well, that would be the creation of base 4. It could be this low, could be. I don't see why not. This creation of base 4, which means that our sell point is coming up on the next target. I'm struggling to find where he says when it's all going to end. So I think he's predicting, he says, lastly, Svensson predicts Bitcoin will reach a cycle peak of approximately $160,000 in about 10 months. So there you have it, folks. So now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, everybody, let's get to the money.